Hi, it's Angela Clark again from Beautiful Bliss Weddings and Events. Today's DIY tip is how to turn old vases into a cohesive design that you can use for centerpieces at your wedding. A lot of people have vases of varying different kinds. Like my husband, when he was courting me years ago, would bring me flowers, and a lot of times he would bring them in vases, and after a while I'd get this collection of varying vases in different kinds, usually bud vases like these, different colored vases. I have a red one, but to turn them into centerpieces and have them look similar, you can use paint. Gold paint with glitter I've seen on Pinterest all over the place. If you're doing a vintage feel, you could paint them silver. If you wanted a more modern look, or white if you're doing kind of an antique thing. So you could paint the different vases all the same color. If you don't have a collection of vases, and you may not have 15 to 20, which might be what you need for the amount of tables that you'd have at your wedding, you can buy them from local thrift stores. You can go to garage sales. Sometimes you can find them. Sometimes just asking relatives. Sometimes grandmothers have a collection of vases from years ago that they don't use, that they might be willing to give to you. So if you can find a collection of vases, and like I said, they don't have to match, you can paint them all the same color and give them a cohesive look to use them for centerpieces on all your tables. I've also seen chalkboard paint, which has been very popular lately, that you can paint it and then you can write on them with chalk. Perhaps you could put the table number on the chalk on the vase, or you could put the couple's name and date, or you could have your guests write messages to the couple on the vases in chalk. So there's a bunch of different ideas you could do to make those vases all look cohesive, even though they're all different. One of the ideas I saw on Pinterest, and you might have noticed it here, was to do a lucky penny vase. And I thought that was really cute. And especially since copper is a very hot metal right now, I thought doing a penny vase might be a neat way to make all the vases look cohesive, is by covering them in pennies, or covering them in paint and then covering them in pennies. If you don't want to use all pennies, you could do a polka dot design so they're a little sparser if you don't want to use as many pennies. You could add a row of dimes around like the middle or the top if you wanted to break up the copper with a little bit of gold. Now to put your pennies on, all I did was use a little hot glue. If you've never used hot glue before, it's really great. If you're a crafter, you kind of know what I'm talking about, because you can easily stick things and put them on, and it's a piece of cake to do just about anything with hot glue and glue sticks. So if you are a crafter, you know what a hot glue gun is. If you're not, I would recommend purchasing one, because if you're doing a lot of crafts, you will use hot glue many, many times. But another great thing about hot glue is if you put something where you don't want it to be, easily comes right back off, and I could easily peel the glue off. So I noticed as I was making my hot glue penny vase, lucky penny vase here, that I could easily reposition a penny if I didn't like where I put it, or if I didn't get it on fast enough. Once the hot glue cools down, which it does very quickly, then it won't stick. So once you get the glue on there, you got to place it very, very quickly. So I just glued the pennies all around one of my old vases. And I just took old pennies, so they're all different, varying ages. You could also buy new pennies at the bank and get all new pennies from the year of the wedding. So as you have this vase in your home, you could have all the pennies be from, 2015, and you'll always have a lucky vase to remember the year that you got married. If you want to collect old pennies like I did, you could do a lucky penny collection and ask your guests at your bridal shower to bring you loose pennies that they have lying around the house, or piling up in the bottom of their purse or wherever, and to say shower the bride with lucky pennies. And then you could take these pennies and use them to cover the vases at your wedding. And my vase, I chose not to paint it. I just decided I would stick the pennies on as is, and I thought it turned out pretty good. When you put the flowers on the top, you can't really see through it, and I think it turned out pretty good. Next tip, I will show you how to do a tissue pom-pom and how to dress it up so it's a little bit more dressy than a regular tissue pom-pom, and a little bit more formal or more wedding-like than just a tissue pom-pom by itself, which sometimes looks kind of more birthday party-ish. So stay tuned for next one. Bye-bye.